Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to explain how to reverse the vendor invoice or the supplier invoice. Okay, so how to reverse vendor or supplier invoice. Okay, first, there are two methods actually. One is you can perform a cancellation of invoice document, or else you can post a credit memo. So you can cancel the. So here there are two cases as that's option one. When we use this option one, okay. So whenever you created option one is used, so like I created an invoice document which says 500,500,000. Okay. So this is the invoice document, supplier invoice document or the supplier vendor invoice document. Okay, and it has some 1500 amount USDs or INRs or something amount. Okay, and this amount, if it is not being paid to the vendor, if the finance team, okay, if the finance team not been has not paid any payment, then you can use this cancellation, perform cancellation of invoice document. Okay, so same case, suppose the same case, if there is a payment that is done, so finance team has done some payments, then what you do is you will just create a credit memo request. Okay, because they have done, the finance team has done the payments, what you can do is you cannot reverse this document because already there is a subsequent document that is payment has been done. Then you can only do a credit memo request. So if you, the only simple method, first option is if the finance team has done the payment, then go with the second option. If finance team does not did the payment, then cancel the invoice document. Okay, now question, why do we cancel this invoice document? We cancel this invoice document because we must have overpaid or we have underpaid. Suppose the amount is 1500. Okay, so by mistakenly we have posted the invoice with 1800, or we must have posted with 1300. So meaning there must be some manual errors, there may be some other issues, whether other charges have not been captured in the invoice. So there will be some issues. Okay, whenever you post the invoice, then you will do this reversing. Now I am going back to the one of the PO. So if you see in my PO, so here if you see the GR, the amount, total amount is 750, meaning I have purchased 5 quantity and the price of one quantity is 150. I should pay 750. Okay, but what I have done is by mistakenly I have posted invoice document by 650 amount, meaning $100 I have paid less. Now vendor is asking me to do the another invoice. He is asking another 100 amount. Okay, so in this case you have two methods here also. One is you can cancel this document and post, you can post the you can post, once you cancel this document you can post the new invoice document. Okay, and the new invoice document will be with 750. Okay, or else you can also post debit memo. Okay, we'll see the debit memo afterwards. We'll just try to cancel this document as of now. Okay, now to cancel this invoice document, so this hasn't been paid to the vendor. Okay, now how to cancel this invoice? There is a transaction called, SAP has provided a transaction called MR8M. Okay, now you need to take this invoice document, whatever the invoice document you are seeing. So 510 is a 580 to 2020. You need to take that. Okay, enter it here, and you need to tell why you are reversing. What is the reason that you are reversing this document? You should say wrong prices and conditions, something, whatever, incorrect amount or whatever you have posted. Okay, you need to give that and say enter, enter and say save. Okay, once you save it, automatically see document reverse with document 582. So there is another document which has been posted with 582 invoice document. Please manually clear FI documents. Now if I go back here, so this is 580. If I go back and again refresh my PO, see here There is 580 which is posted with 650. Now there is another reverse document. If I go click on this 582, this is a credit memo request which has been posted with 582 and 650 is the amount. Now the amount, if you see here, the invoice amount is 0. Now you can go back and post the real invoice with Myro transaction, saying that okay, slash and MIRO Myro. Okay, so today's date. So I put some PO number as the reference. Okay, now I can say, you can say PO, I can say reversed or correct, something, whatever you want, you can correct. Okay, then you'll enter it. If you see, you'll find the 750 amount. You take 750 here, enter, and say stimulate, and just post the document. In this way, if you see here, the 750 amount, whatever the GR amount, you have done the invoice, you have cancelled the documents previously and posted with the right amount. This is one way. Okay, this is the first way. First thing, whatever you have done, cancellation invoice document. Okay, when there is no finance team. Now finance team has done the payment. Finance team has done the payment to the vendor. Now we cannot reverse this because this document has subsequent document which has done nothing but the payment document. Okay, so that is why we need to post a credit memo. So another example where I'll take here. So this is one other example where, okay, one second, sorry, please, one second. Back. Okay. So I created one other document to show you. 932. Yeah, 932. This is what I have created. One second, please. This is not 932. $943. What I created just now. So this is one other scenario where again 1500. I actually actual value is 1500. If you see, 10 into 150 should be 1500, but they have done 1300. Now this 1300 has done the payment, and vendor says no, that is not the right payment, you should do 1500, but you have posted 1300 only. Here also you can do a credit memo. I'll tell you the credit memo, debit memo, but as of now what I'll do is I'll cancel this requirement. Now what I'll do is, instead of doing that cancellation MR item, I'll go here and say credit memo. Okay, I'll put the date 05/06/2022. Enter. Okay, now let me put this PO. Okay, now let me put this quantity. Now it's just 1300 because whatever we have done the invoice, if you see, the invoice has been done with 1300. That is why we are getting back that 1300. Okay, you can do this way. Okay, and say stimulate, and you can post it. Okay, this is one way. So that would be nullified here. If you go back, so nullified means the quantity will be 0 here. Now you can post with this original document. Now I'll say invoice again. There are multiple scenarios. I'll show you the third scenario as well. Okay, now it will be 1500. Now if I say 1500, so first we posted a credit memo. Again we are posting, so duplicate invoice check. So I will put some duplicate invoice check. Test. Okay, I'll say now stimulate and say post. So now if I go back to this invoice PO, now your GR value and IR value is same, meaning we have done the credit memo and we have cancelled the credit using credit memo, and we have done the invoice correctly. Now there is one other scenario. So this is only for the underpayment or overpayment. Suppose option 3, there is option 4 as well. Okay, you can do like this as well. One is third, post a debit memo. Post a debit memo. What is this debit memo? Meaning there is some document called 5002. Okay, and actual quantity is some 1500. But you have, what you have done is you have done 1300 only. Now instead of reversing and posting the again 1500, what we have done previously, we have reversed 1300 and posted the original document with another invoice document with 1500. Instead of that, what you do, you will post 1300. Okay, that's fine. You will post a debit memo with 200. Sorry, with 200. In this way, what you do is there will be two invoice documents. Okay, for a PO. One is with 1300, one is with 200, which will satisfy your GRIR accounting. Okay, I'll show that case as well. Now, one other case, post a credit memo. So I'm just showing what are the different scenarios. Same, let us assume there is an invoice document which was actually 1500. Now I posted that with 1800. Okay, I overpaid them, the vendor. Now what you do is you'll say credit memo and ask vendor to pay back 300 amount. In this way, your amount will be nullified. 1800 minus 300, credit memo minus 300. Okay, it will be 3 and it will be credit. Credit means decrease the value of the vendor balance. Okay, so that way it will be 1500. Now let us see the third and fourth option as well now. Okay, I'll quickly create a PO and show you. Okay, so slash and ME21N, so 3705, so same level 10 quantities. Okay, so if you go to conditions, so it is 1500 amount. Perfect. Okay, nothing is there, save. Okay, now I'll do the GR. I'm just doing okay, I'm starting just ignore this of GR and these steps. Okay, I'll do my go as well. Enter, put where I need in journey. I'll come here, I'll create serial number. Okay, I'll post. Now fine. Now if I go back to the PO, let me go back to the PO, slash and ME23N. Now if you see 1500. Okay, now the scenario what we are seeing is I will pay 1300. I'll do the debit memo 200. What happens? Okay, now if I go back, I will go to Myro transaction. Okay, put this and put one this PO. It will show 1500. By mistakenly what I have done is I will pay 1300 in chain. Some manual error or something error that has happened. Okay, so 1300 I will pay. Check and post. So I have posted the invoice with the 1300. Now if I go back here, if I go back to this, so there will be difference of 200. Now vendor is asking, vendor came back and said, I have already supplied you goods with 1500, which is equal to $1500. You have paid $1300. You need to pay $200. He will say this to us. Who are us here? The company premises, the plant premises, whatever, the accounting department here. Okay, now what you do is you will do a debit memo. You will say, okay, don't worry, I'll say subsequent debit here. Okay, I'll say reference same thing, say debit. Okay, I'll say here, I'll say 200. You can either post subsequent debit or you can directly post this invoice as well, one more invoice. Okay, that is not an issue. So you can either go to Myro, I can post one other invoice. Okay, that's not an issue. Okay, you can say, okay, you can go here, you can say T, Now you can give this. Again, you will get the balance here, 200 balance here. So we'll say 200. We'll say 10. So you can do this way, but it's better always to do, okay, with the subsequent debit, okay, with subsequent debit. Now what I'm doing is I'm just putting here subsequent debit. I'm just putting here and say 10 quantity. I'm posting some 200 now. Okay, I'm saying here 200. So stimulate and post it. See what happens. I'm going back to the PO. See what happened. See, you have posted two invoice document. One is subsequent debit, one is, and that is equal to 1300 plus 1500. That is equal to 1500. So in this way, you are doing the payments. Okay, two payments. You can either post invoice. You can also post subsequent debit, something like that. Okay, that is also fine. Now the other scenario where you overpaid it. What you do? Let me create one other PO. Okay, just I will add one other line item here only. Okay. 997. Save. Okay. Version is active. I'm just creating PO and GR and invoice just to show you. Okay. Paste Lima. Okay, save it. Okay. Now I'll do the Mygo. Same PO. 20 is the line item. Second, okay, serial numbers. Create. Post. Now Myro. Okay, same thing. So you need to just select here invoice. This is the first invoice I'm posting, and I'm doing wantedly the wrong with wrong amount. Okay, so enter. I'll put the same PO with the line item 20. Okay, now it's just 1500. So what I'll do is I'll make this to 1800. Okay, I'll make it to some okay 1800 only 1800. Now again I will pay 1800. So I am overpaying the vendor. Actually he said 1500 only, but I am paying extra amount by mistakenly. Okay. Now if we go back to the PO, let me go back to the PO slash in MA23. Now go back to the line item 10. It shows 1500 is the GR amount. What you are saying 1800, you have overpaid, you are trying to over invoice, you did over invoice. Okay, now you need to make it correctly. What you do is then you will post it credit memo. You will say credit memo, same thing, you will say reverse or something like that. You will say here 15, this is 20. You will see 1800, but 1800 is not the thing what we want. We wanted is 300 is the maximum that we have. Max 300 is what we have. See here, subsequent credit is what we should do. 300. 300. Not stimulate. Some post. Now see here what happened again here in this line item 2. Now GR amount will be same. If you go to line item 2, 1800. So 1500 actually 1800, but again you are minusing your 300 from overpaid amount because you have over invoiced it. So that is why again it will be commonly equal to 1500. So in this way, this reversing credit memo, debit memo, subsequent debit, subsequent credit, these all functions will work in SAP.